Hey out there, it's David Duford at Final Expense Agent Mentor and Mortgage Protection Agent Mentor, where I help agents like you succeed in selling insurance. And today's topic of the video is the truth about selling mortgage protection insurance. Most likely you're watching this video because you're interested in selling mortgage protection and want a better understanding of really how this business works and as much transparency as possible. There's a ton of agencies that sell mortgage protection. Many of them operate within the multi-level marketing focus, and a lot of people just get turned off by that, and so they're not sure exactly where to turn in order to get a fair and balanced understanding about how the mortgage protection insurance business works. So my intention for this video is to give you 8 different factors to consider about the truth of selling mortgage protection, so ultimately you can decide if selling mortgage protection is right for you or if selling something else is better. Point number 1 here is that mortgage protection insurance sales is not easy, okay? If anybody tells you selling mortgage protection is easy, they're a liar. It's difficult, it's challenging. The truth is that in the insurance business at large, 90% of the agents fail out in the first year. It coincides directly with the small business fail-out ratios. There's so many factors that account for this. It could be training, it could be, or lack of training, lack of leads, lack of motivation on behalf of the agent. Why? Because this is a difficult business. You're dealing with people. You're dealing with people that aren't necessarily going to be honest with you, that are hard to reach, that are going to say no to you. And a lot of this builds up into a lot of frustration for a lot of people. So you've got to have a lot of mental resiliency and toughness and emotional stability to be successful in this business. And you will go through ups and downs. You'll think this is easy at times, and then you'll get slapped down and that ego will go back to where it was. That's just how any insurance business is, and mortgage protection is no different. It is not an easy business, and you've got to be committed to that process of going through the difficulty to really experience the kind of success you can experience with mortgage protection. Okay, so point number 2 is kind of in contrast to not being easy, but mortgage protection is a simple business. The great thing about mortgage protection is that it is a product in which a lot of people know they need coverage to protect for. You look at the most common reasons people buy life insurance, it's to protect against a mortgage if they die, so their family can stay in their home. Homes mean a lot to the people that buy them, especially when we get their leads. They're in a state of elation. They've just made a huge investment, and they're making this house into their home, and there's a lot of emotional impact with that. So it's simple in the sense that the need is usually easily defined, and we've got systems in place to walk you through the process to pre-qualify and get an understanding if this person is a qualified prospect or an unqualified suspect. And the insurance itself is simple. It's not some complicated procedure. There isn't very much compliance you got to worry about like with more exotic financial products or instruments. And it's easy to demonstrate the need, or simple I should say, demonstrate the need of why someone needs this product. And all of this is great because it's a one-call close. So it's a simple process. It's not something that is complicated. You can overcomplicate it. But what you're really doing is meeting with normal people who have a desire to take care of the thing they care about most, which is their family, and protecting them if they happen to die early. And all you have to do is take them through a process of showing them the advantages of what you do and ask for their business. So it's a simple, duplicatable, and repeatable process. Truth number 3, you don't have to be some sort of, hardcore closer or salesperson with even any experience to be successful in selling mortgage protection. A lot of people get involved in mortgage protection insurance sales that have no sales experience whatsoever. A lot of people come in from blue-collar jobs. They come in from management. They come in from a completely different direction without any specific knowledge of selling and learn how to do this business successfully. So no matter where you come from, whether it's from medical sales, whether it's from management, or you're a welder, it doesn't matter. As long as you have the internal values to be committed to a process, to learn, to be resilient, to be humble, and to be soak up the knowledge like a sponge, and then have the ability to take action and see through your plan. Those aspects are tremendously more important than any kind of sales experience. Point number 4 with mortgage protection, the thing you got to understand most here, and this is really important, is that most organizations you're going to do your research on are hyper multi-level marketing focused. I did a video on this before, so I won't go into too much depth here, but the concept of multi-level marketing is they usually push a low commission contract on an agent in conjunction with trying to influence them to recruit friends, family, and anybody else they come in contact with. The biggest problem, to summarize this, I could go on and on about it, but the biggest problem with multi-level marketing in the mortgage protection business is that you don't get adequate training. You usually don't get adequate leads, and you're usually inadequate in actually making the personal production side of this business a career. So if you want to come into this business and you want to get training, you want to learn how to be a skillful master of selling mortgage protection, stay away from multi-level marketing, because most likely the person bringing you in, unfortunately, has never sold the first mortgage protection product and doesn't even understand how really insurance sales works experientially. So tip number 5 is, again, mortgage protection is a lead-driven business. And more so, it is a purchase lead-driven business. You have to treat this like a business, and every single business, restaurants, manufacturers, service businesses, all have costs associated with doing business. And with this business, it is a marketing-intensive business. There's no bones about it. You cannot be successful unless you have people to see. And most people, since they don't want a cold prospect for business, are going to have to buy their own leads. And what we're looking at as far as a cost for the leads, somewhere will range between $500 a week to $1,000 a week, depending on how many leads you have and what your budget is. So this is just, frankly, how it is. There's no way around this process. Most of the most successful mortgage protection agents, especially when they start off, have to buy direct mail leads. And they're going to cost you something, but hey, look, that's a good thing because it allows you to operate in a space where many people are unwilling to go. And it's just part of doing any kind of respectable business anyway. Most people just can't make a lot of money without any cost. It's just how it is. Point number 6 is that you're going to have to be, in order to be the most comprehensive agent, you're going to have to be a broker for different insurance companies. You may not be aware of this, so make a real quick explanation. There's 2 different pathways you can come into the mortgage protection business. You can be captive, represent one company, one insurance carrier, or you can be an independent agent and represent a multiple amount of carriers. Why would you want to do this? Insurance carriers have different opinions on underwriting. They also have different levels of pricing. And if you're stuck with one company, you only got one option. And so that means you try to force fit that one option on everybody you see. And that just frankly won't work all the time. But when you have multiple companies, even if it's just 2 or 3, you're going to have more options and more flexibility. So depending on the circumstances of each individual prospect you see, you've got the right tool in your tool bag to give them the best overall value. That leads to more sales, that leads to more commissions, that leads to more success for you. And you do a better job because you're in a position of advocating for the client and not necessarily for the agent or the agency or the insurance company. Point number 7, you're going to need coaching and you're going to need a mentor. I can't stress this enough, and this is where a shameless plug comes in here. Look, this business is all about learning how to do it. And I'm telling you, it may seem simple, may seem easy in your mind looking from the outside in, but there's so much nuance and there's so much experience that you don't see as a new person that you've got to believe that you have to have someone in your corner to help you through the finer points that you'll only run into as you get into this business and as you become invested. I can't sell everybody on the need for a coach or a mentor. Some people are just adamant that they can figure this stuff out on their own, but there's cost to doing so. Your learning usually is slower. You're going to waste a lot more of your investment and your leads. You're going to blow more sales, and you're going to miss on sales opportunities that you may have had if you had someone in your corner helping you through. So as you can see, it's why I'm called Mortgage Protection Agent Mentor, because I'm a big advocate of mentorship and coaching. It overcomes the learning curve faster. It allows you to become successful. If you in fact will become successful, nobody can actually guarantee you that. But it will allow you to overcome that learning curve much faster and have the certainty of someone in your corner to help you through some of the difficulties. Last point here, at point number 8, is you'll need discipline. One of the biggest things in success in selling insurance of any kind is you've got to be disciplined through following through your plan. Nobody is going to force your hand to go out there and sell. The best salespeople are completely self-motivated and completely self-disciplined. They don't need pep talks on a daily basis. They don't need to be reminded on a daily basis of why they do what they do. They have a burning fire in their heart to help people and to help themselves and to be massively successful. Even as a mentor or coach, I can't implant this desire in you. I can try to influence it and engage it, but you have to have that fire in you. And you've got to have the discipline to follow through despite difficulties, despite the realities that we all face. So look, if you're not a disciplined person, I'll just flat out tell you don't sell mortgage protection. If you are a disciplined person, then what are you going to have to expect? Well, to be disciplined or to really have the best success, you have to be disciplined in setting appointments. You have to be disciplined in going to your appointments. You have to be disciplined in learning the sales process and asking for the business, dealing with objections, disciplined with dealing with rejection. You have to discipline with all of it. And you have to do that on a weekly, daily basis for the rest of your career. And nobody, again, is going to call you at 8 o'clock in the morning and say, hey, Dave, get out of bed. Let's go to work. It's a great day. It's incumbent upon you, even when you don't want to do it anyway. So that is my 8 tips or points, I guess you could say, about the truth about selling mortgage protection. Again, to summarize, this business is not easy. It is simple. You don't have to have any sales experience to be successful. You want to stay away from multi-level marketing business. You want to buy leads to be the most successful long-term in this business. You need to be a broker, have access to different insurance carriers. You need coaching, you need a mentor, and most certainly you need to have the discipline to stay the course and follow through your plan. This is what it takes to be successful in selling mortgage protection, and anybody else who tells you otherwise is full of it. My name is Dave Duford at Final Expense Agent Mentor and Mortgage Protection Agent Mentor. If you like the idea of selling mortgage protection, if you're doing it now, maybe looking for a different agency, if you're brand new and you're intrigued by the mortgage protection business, go ahead and give me a message or contact me. Go to mortgageprotectionagentmentor.com, click on the contact box, send me a message, and we can begin a conversation about mutually working together. In the meantime, please subscribe if you haven't, like this video, and do leave a comment or question if you have one. And I appreciate your time in watching this important video. Take care.